Yeah, as you can see, I dug myself into a deep hole by mishandling the contraption. I had to redo all the pads, all the wiring on this sensor. It doesn't look beautiful, but let's hope it works. Um, yeah, I didn't record all the soldering process because I'm too lazy to do that, and I don't have a proper streaming computer right now, but I think it's gonna work. See, have some mangled pads and hairs and stuff because I don't have a clean workstation because I don't give a fuck. I hate tech. I only repair things out of necessity, and yeah, the tech from heaven here. But yeah, I can explain why this company that used to make these cranks failed and what I would do if I was the CEO of such company to save it from going bankrupt. For starters, the name of this company, you can look it up with the model of these cranks. These encompass three generations of the same product, but neither of them are compatible within their range of products. And this glue, uh, the quality that they used is like mediocre. Is not a proper glue for the applications that it was intended. Also, this thing it becomes problematic when this thing opens apart. For example, if you hit a rock or something, and this thing cracks apart, unless let's assume this thing came loose, that thing can rip apart all the terminals on the sensors. What I would done as an engineer, or more like uh, engineering minded person, I will use something like this to interface between the board and the sensor, a flex cable with a front panel connector. Why? Because in the case that this thing comes loose and it rips apart from the sensor, you can still have a good sensor right there without broken pads or something. I broke this by mistake when I realized after a race that this thing was coming loose, and I promptly took it apart. But in the disassemble process, I was not too careful, as you can see in another video that I'm gonna share here in the channel. And I accidentally ripped it apart, and I had to do some surgery here. This thing I only cleaned it. I have already tested, and this thing is still good. It has some problems. I have never achieved it to read the full information of the thing, but I could get a watt and a cadence rating in the past. By the way, I got these cranks for very cheap. They are used. They are not the latest and the greatest, but they can make a good example out of this on why plant obsolescence is bad, is really bad. And when it comes to cycling products, the crank is eternal. This design has like 20 years existing and is not outdated at all. But this has like 10, 12 years, I don't know, and it's totally outdated, totally unsupported because the company doesn't exist anymore. There are no schematics. There are no replacement parts. If you want a new crank with a sensor, it's gonna run you around $200 to $400 depending on the model. And these ones are the mountain bike edition, so they are not pretty desirable like the Ultegra or the Dura Ace versions that can run you around $8,000, but they are basically the same. They use the same sensors, they use the same setup, and they are kind of unrepairable. They were not intended for repairs or for servicing when they were conceived, but they should have been at least adapted things like this, like the flex connector, to make it in the case of an accident or in the case of water ingress, to make it easier to take apart and save themselves a lot of headaches by covering warranties and whatnot. So yeah, uh, the bike that I'm using this on is my daily driver. I'm a 15-year-old Scott that is like it's like new for me because I have no other better bikes in the past. I've had a lot of road bikes because I'm a seasoned runner. I have another frames laying around that I have used in the past. But yeah, comprende what is my point here, and hopefully this thing will work again.